Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Vicky. Just jumping in real quick here just to announce the winners of the giveaway. So we're going to first start off with the winner of the journal in a bag. I did use YouTube random comment picker for this and it has selected the following winners. So we have Amy Jensen for the journal in a bag, then the 4 bags of ephemera, so bag number 1, bag number 2, bag number 3, and finally bag number 4. We then have the addition of the 4 bow makers. So bow number 1, bow maker number 2 goes to, then we have bow number 3, bow maker number 3, and last but not least bow maker number 4. So please check the description and I will tag all of the winners and you will find a way to send me over all of your details so that I can get your items sent out to you. So let's get back into today's video, which was inspired by, I believe her name is Raven Vintage. I will double check and I will of course link her below or tag her below. But she had an altered, well, it was an altered journal actually. I think she'd gutted the book and then she painted over the cover. And I was struggling with an idea of what to do with my cover. I didn't know whether to cover it with fabric, with paper. And then I see her video and I was like, why am I not just using paint? That would be so much easier. So I grabbed some plastic, an old cellophane bag, just to protect my very dirty craft mat there, which I have now replaced. I have a lovely clean blue one because I was getting sick and tired of looking at the filth on that one. So I just had some cream acrylic paint and I'm just going over the cover and the spine, making sure I've got every nook and cranny. I think I went over a total of 3 times. I don't think I showed you every time just because obviously it would be really repetitive and the drying time in between that as well. So I didn't show you it all. I then decided to grab my Tim Holtz Distress paints and I wanted to create kind of like a marbled / watercolour effect on the cover. So all I done was grabbed back in the cellophane bag that I was using to protect my desk and I just slapped on a load of paint in different colours. The colours are, I chose them because they kind of go with the kit that I'm using. There's kind of like greens, blues and pinks. So it works really well. And obviously the cream lends itself really well. It's just like a neutral colour. So I just spread the paint with my finger. There really wasn't anything expert about it. I think Raven Vintage, when she decorated her cover, she used decal stickers. I don't actually have any of those. So I thought, let's give this little technique a try. So I literally just spread all of the paint all over a rough size of what I thought the book cover will be. This was just for the front cover of the book, and just used my finger just really lightly, just kind of smudged it all in. I brought over my book and just placed the plastic onto the cover, obviously paint side down. Quite a messy job, so if you're not a messy crafter, probably this one isn't for you. I'm not usually a messy crafter, but I did have a lot of fun doing this. I really enjoyed it. So I just literally just pressed down all of the paint on that plastic bag onto the book, spreading it out, making sure that it's all kind of not adhered, obviously, because I'm going to pull it off here, but has kind of like stuck to the book. And then when you pull away, you've kind of got this kind of like a marble effect, but not quite so. I just wanted to cover it in colour, but I wanted to be quite subtle about it. There was a couple of areas that had been missed by the paint because I didn't size it correctly, but it was just super easy just to go over with the plastic bag and kind of relay the paint over the cover, and just kind of spread it to apply more paint. And overall, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think the colours work really, really well together. I love the randomness of it. I'm usually not very good at doing things randomly. I do things planned, and then if they don't go to plan, I get the ump. But this plan of being random really, really worked. So yeah, sorry about that really annoying cable there. I had to charge my phone whilst recording and didn't realise I had a cable hanging. So I just repeated this step again for the back cover. You don't have to. If you wanted to leave yours just painted with no decorative pieces on it, you could have just left it. But I just went in with the same colour paints and the same technique and just spread it all over the plastic bag, and then just lay the paint, the bag with the paint on over the top of the book. I then repeated the process yet again for the spine, so I'll just quickly speed this up for you. You don't need to see me keep repeating the same steps over and over. It's literally just exactly the same, just on a smaller piece of cellophane bag. So this was the final piece. Really happy with how it turned out. It's all dry now. I did go around and paint the edges of the book itself and on the inside as well. I forgot to film that, but it was pretty boring. I just went around the edge with a really tiny paintbrush, as you can see here, just to cover the blue fabric that was there originally. The paint has dried perfectly well. It looks really, really cool. I'm really happy with it. I was going to use some of this acrylic paint around the edge of my book, but as I was rummaging around, I actually found this Sizzix Luster Wax. I've had it for ages and I always forget I've got it, so I thought I'd give it a go this time. Again, it is a bit of a messy one. I think you can probably use like a cotton bud or maybe even some tissue, but I just went straight in with my fingers. And I'm just going to put some of this all over the edges of my book, like so. And classic me, I managed to get some of the luster wax on the cover where I did not want it to be. So please do be careful, don't pick up your journal as I did, forgetting that you've got it smothered all over your finger like a numpty. But it's not a big issue because I am going to obviously cover that with some decor at a later stage, but not the best. Luckily, I know what I'm going to do for my cover, so I knew that that area was going to be covered, but still very annoying. I did also do down the spine of the book just to give a little bit of detail, a little bit of dimension to the cover. And then once all of that was done and I'd washed my horrible finger at the end of that, I just moved on to decorating the cover of the journal. I wanted to try and keep the colours cohesive and I found this ribbon in my drawer in my stash, so I was really happy when I found that. I also found these two pieces of ruffle. We've got a nice pink and a nice white one with a gold edge, so I thought that went perfectly well with the gold around the edge of the book itself. So what you'll see me do here is, first of all, I did start to struggle because the ribbon didn't want to lay flat, and I couldn't really get my hand on it to kind of flatten it down and keep everything in place. You needed about 12 hands, I think, to do this. But then I had a brainwave and I grabbed a bulldog clip and clipped it to the edge of my craft mat, and that helped out a lot because obviously the glue was going to stick the ribbon to the to the craft mat, and then the bulldog clip would keep everything in place. Sometimes it's the little things that please us and the small ideas that we have that we're most proud of. I also used the line on the craft mat to be my guide for this piece of ribbon, so it worked out pretty well actually. So I just continued to place my pink ruffle all down the centre of that piece of ribbon, and then just done the exact same with the white and gold piece. I just kind of layered it just behind the pink that I've just laid down, just so it kind of gave a bit of dimension and you could actually see the different colours. I decided to add an extra pink ruffle, just to kind of tidy it up a little bit. And I don't know, you always do things in threes, don't you? I don't know why when you're crafting. I then pulled in some white beading that I just found laying around, and again just glued that to the ribbon and the ruffles. I tried to work out exactly how much I would need because I hate wasting this kind of stuff. I didn't have a lot left of it, so I didn't want to waste too much of it. So I just glued all of that into place, again just behind the pink ruffle that I'd placed just a minute ago, and just glued all of that down into place. And I think it looks absolutely stunning. It actually made the ribbon quite sturdy as well, so it was a lot easier to work with. And thankfully this did cover that gold splodge that was accidentally placed there. I did need to trim off obviously that bottom piece. I've kept that and saved that for later. I'm not sure if I will use it obviously in this journal or maybe on another, or maybe for some ephemera, but I just didn't want to throw it away, so I just popped it to the side. I then brought in my bow maker. I am going to be using the fabric bow maker this time. I wanted to incorporate the ribbon colours a little bit more because I felt like I'd kind of hidden the colours a little bit with all of those ruffles. So I just brought in my bow maker and made the quickest little bow you will ever see, and it came out super perfect. I love it. This little contraption makes the best bows each and every time. I'm never kind of thinking, oh god, is this bow going to turn out any good? Is this ribbon going to work? The ribbon always works, the bow always looks fantastic, and yeah, this time it just really worked really well. So after taking it off of the bow maker itself, I just played around with some of the positioning of the ribbons because I think I'd turned it inside out and all different which ways, so I just had to sort it out and get it all kind of lined back up again. I then trimmed the bottom edges of my bows. I was going to leave them quite long, but I thought maybe it might be a little bit too much with a bow and all of that fabric ruffle there, so I did end up trimming them. Now you'll see me place these butterflies here. That's what I was originally going to go with, but I just felt like the yellow really was too dark against the kind of pastel colours that I was using for the cover as well as on the ribbons. So I did end up changing my mind, but you'll see me here, I just ended up just going ahead and gluing my ribbon and the trim down because I knew 100% that's what I wanted on the cover, so I knew that that was definitely going to be there. I just needed to work out what kind of butterflies I wanted, if any, on the front. I might have just left it. I was thinking of just leaving it with just the ruffles, but yeah, I think it needed something a little bit extra on it. I ended up choosing these two butterflies from the kit. I felt like the colours kind of matched a little bit more with the colours that I'd used on the cover with the paints, so I just cut around those and I also inked them as well, so I do feel like they kind of look a lot better than the other yellow butterflies. They'll still get used within the journal somewhere, but I just felt they were a bit too garish and they kind of stood out a little bit too much. I also pulled in this flower arrangement at the bottom of the book here. This was also part of the page where I got these butterflies from. I wanted to use this sentiment here, but I really didn't know where to put it. I kept thinking maybe across the flowers, and then I was just toing and throwing on it too much, so I ended up leaving it off. But I don't know, should I put it back on? Should I put it somewhere? Should I kind of layer it with some, I don't know, gold glitter card and put it somewhere on the cover? Or do you think that the cover is fine as it is? Let me know in the comments what you think. I'm happy with it at the moment, but I do really like that sentiment. It says, I can't actually read it now, it says, she flies with her own wings, light as a butterfly, free as the wind. I just thought it was a really pretty little sentiment and just wanted to use it on the cover, but again, I'm just really not sure exactly where to put it, so any ideas, just let me know. So that is pretty much it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you kind of felt inspired to get out an old book and possibly paint the cover, just like Raven Vintage inspired me to do. I seem to be just getting busier and busier at the moment. What with the puppy, we're trying to establish new routines and trying to get her potty trained and everything like that, so she is kind of taking up a lot of my time, but I'm hoping to get a lot more videos filmed as she starts to get settled in and kind of stops running circles around us all. But yeah, I think I've got about 4 or 5 videos planned. I just need to actually film them. So obviously I will get those done as soon as I can and get them uploaded for you. Please, somebody tell me what to do with this sentiment. Should I put it on or should I not put it on? Just help me, please. So yeah, that's going to about do it for today, guys. Congratulations to all of the winners. Like I say, all the details will be in the description of how to send me your details, and I will get those posted out to you next week. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I am looking to do another giveaway soon because we have surpassed our 2,000 subscriber mark. So once I have that organised, I will be sure to let you know. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you have a lovely day. Bye.